Hello, in this video I'm going to be answering the question, do you guys have a solution where we can save the data from MCP into our own data warehouse? So basically this customer asked us if they can pull the data from our Cellar Labs setup, our SQL database, into their own storage for long-term storage. So the answer is yes. So here's the setup. Basically our workflow setup looks like this, whereas data is pulled from Amazon and then goes into our database. And from our database, you can use the MySQL connector which is our data hub to connect to other software. So the way I would do it is to use an NAN workflow or any workflow that can queue on a regular schedule, and then that pulls that data using SQL, and then it pushes it to Google Sheets, to SQL database, or Google BigQuery, or whatever. Like the NAN is a really powerful tool because it has so many connectors to other softwares like these, and among others. So that's the way I would approach it, and that's not the only way. But if you go to our data hub, you'll see that there's a generic MySQL connector. But basically, this allows you to connect to any SQL connector, which is, make sure you whitelist the IP address. NAN, we already whitelisted the IP address, and so that allows you to pull on a regular basis, so you can do it weekly, daily, or monthly. The one thing you want to keep in mind is that the amount of data you're pulling in is from the database, so it can be a very large, so you want to chunk it into smaller. So the way I would approach it is probably on a Monday morning, Monday midday, pull the previous week's data and then store that in the database. The following, and then just queue it once a week to pull that data once a week, because you don't want to pull it constantly and hammering the database and running out your credits and things like that. You can even do it on a monthly basis or things like that. Things that require more urgent, like more up to date, you can do it on a daily basis. That's how I would approach and answer that question. This provides a very flexible pathway that you can pull data and then push it to other formats and other ways. We also have the Amazon MCP that connects to any AI platform, including Claude, or ChatGPT now supports it as well. So if you want to find out more about that, go to cellarlabs.com and find out about our MCP. Thanks.